Yo, what is good, everybody? Season back here today, and I actually want to showcase Evil Heroes once more. I'm going to try. I actually haven't even tried this in the ladder yet. I'm going to try a more traditional Invoked build with Evil Heroes. As you can see, we dropped the Burstinatrix and we dropped the Malicious Edge in favor of Volcanic Shell and Hollow Life Barrier. And the theory behind this deck is you stall as long as possible until you see Dark Fusion, and then Dark Fusion you bring out a non-targetable Purgatrio that can gain boosts from the Supreme King field spell. Just to go over what this card does again is that you pitch a evil hero, either Malicious Fiend or Inferno Wing, and then you get a big boost. You either get a 1200 boost for Purgatrio with this, or you get a 1600. The reason why we're running Inferno Wing still, despite the fact that we do not have the Burstinatrix, is for that very reason. It allows us to get a boost without needing to pitch Malicious Fiend, and we only pitch Malicious Fiend if we absolutely need to under the case of lethal, because the reason for this is if we pitch Inferno Wing, we can actually fuse with her later with Versago to make another Malicious Fiend. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut a Karma Cut and add another Versago, because I think we actually want to see this as much as possible. If only for the fact that we can Dark Fusion with it, or Dark Fusion, we can pitch it off of Neos. We kind of want to see this as much as possible. It kind of sucks that we have to run one less Karma Cut for it. And I think Forbidden Chalice is kind of mandatory in this format because of Thunder Dragons and Gaia and on mats like with Rhino Bus. The only unfortunate thing with this build that I theorized is it's going to be Brick City, in my opinion. I'm still trying to figure out what the best route to do with this deck is. I honestly have no idea. This deck has so much potential, so much like different routes you can experiment just with the skill. I think the skill is absolutely insane. But the caveat to the skill, right, is you have to run fusion spells, unfortunately. Like, it doesn't count off of Invocation. It doesn't count off of Necrofusion. You're forced to run Dark Fusion and Neos Fusion, which are both good cards in their own right. But by running Neos Fusion, you brick. And by running Dark Fusion, there's a lot of things in this format that doesn't target. Like, for example, look at this hand. This hand isn't that good, unfortunately. I think the best that we can do here is, this is a Jaden, so they most likely don't have anything that can just pop us directly. So we're just going to set an Alistair here, and we're going to set a Hallowed Life Barrier. Hopefully, we'll find something here. We could theoretically Karma Cut, but I think Karma Cut is less efficient against heroes, right? Because if they have a Mass Change, we're just kind of screwed. Like they're closer protection. So I think Hallowed Life Barrier is going to give us a little bit more. He's going to set two. These are most likely not Mass Change. He's going to set another card here. Interesting. We're going to draw, get another Hallowed Life Barrier. I'm sorry for this, very engaging gameplay. I think we're going to set a Karma Cut here. That's so unfortunate. We do run a surplus, Hero Flash Stall. Oops. Fuck. That's alright. We do have Dark Fusion, which could be a win condition. But, the unfortunate thing is, like, this deck bricks, and there's nothing you can do about the bricks. Like, you could run more elemental heroes, and the elemental heroes, like, they don't really, like, make plays. As we saw, earlier, we're not really, we're just going to keep stalling here. We're not really pressed for anything. But once I crack the code on this deck, I feel like I could make something very competent. I was messing around with like the Lightsworn engine earlier. Lightsworns weren't really doing too well. I was messing around with like we can't Karma Cut you because you're going to tag out. It is the battle phase that is fine. You're unaffected by other card effects, but that's alright because we're going to search an Invocation here, just thin out our deck. There we go. Now, so long as we draw Fire Monster here, what is our chances? We have 3 shells. So long as we draw Fire, we're pretty okay. Necros Fusion. Like, that's the deck, honestly. Like, you could run more monsters. But there's times where you're just going to draw like unsynergetic monsters, and it's so unfortunate. I think I'm going to try after this game adding a Burstinatrix just to like add a little bit more to the deck, right? Like add a fourth monster or a fourth like fire monster. It's so like weird, right? Like because you'll see, if you we'll add more monsters, and you'll see there's going to be hands like we're gonna get a like a fusion spell that doesn't work with the other monster, and then we're gonna be like, oh man, I wish I had Karma Cut here. I wish I had Hollow Light Barrier. The deck is so good in theory, but in practice, I don't think it's that efficient. At least not in this metagame. It's the battle phase. Let's go for a Hollow Life just to survive as long as possible. We'll discard another Hollow Life. Very riveting gameplay, I know. They're just gonna pass. Alright, so we do have the Purgatrio here. So let's go for it. We'll Supreme King's Castle here. Just reveal the Dark Fusion. And then we're going to Invocation, right? Because if we Invocation, we grab another shell, and then we grab another Purgatrio, and then we Dark Fusion. Like that's the thing. So let's Invo off these two. Bring out a Purgatrio. This Purgatrio is just bait. I don't care what happens to it. For the Invocation. Grab this to add Alistair back to our hand. We don't need this Karma Cut. We can actually toggle off right now. And then we Volcanic Shell, go grab another Volcanic Shell. And then from here, we Dark Fusion. Now, so long as these aren't Floodgates, and we saw that a lot the other day, right? Like Floodgate, unfortunately, is such a bane to Dark Fusion. As long as they have that card, like it's very unfortunate. This is the one out to I guess you can like. There's a lot of outs to Purgatrio. But, let's grab another shell here. That way we can have something to pitch off of Hallowed Life. And we could we make something? No, we don't have Versago, right? There's nothing in our extra deck that we could make after, like if we Necrofuse. No, we don't have anything. So we can keep the Necrofusion in our hand. We don't really need it. Let's attack into this Ultia Pelio. I have no idea, like, if this guy has like a battle drive or something, then so be it. But we're going to pitch the Inferno Wing here. There we go. OTK. So if like those were like Book of Moons or were Fiendish, this played around it. We only lost the Floodgate trap hole there. Right? Like, ooh! Okay, let's see if you guys want to do some gambling. I've been trying to get a second chalice off of this half-price gem sale. Well, let's try to go get another chalice. Can we do that? Let's see if we can do that. Do we want to put another Burstinatrix though? Like, we'll think about it. We'll put another Burstinatrix. We'll grab a chalice. Hopefully grab a chalice. Let's see if we're lucky. The selection box mini is going off. I have not a single purchase on that because funny story. One time in January, when Book of Moon first came out, I was so pumped to get Book of Moon. Book of Moon is one of my favorite cards of all time back in the old school Yu-Gi-Oh days. And when Book of Moon dropped, it dropped everywhere except for my own pocket. We're gonna do a one pack for one. I'm so sorry. But you know, we only want Chalice. I guess we want Painful Choice later too. Let's see if we'll do this one pack. If it's not this, it's not it. We have Dark Magician of Chaos. Okay, that was our one pack for gambling. I'll do the rest off screen. I just wanted to see if we can get something funny. So yeah, let's go into Burstinatrix, right? What can we even sub out for Burstinatrix? The Karma Cut? We could sub out the Karma Cut for Burstinatrix. So just because it gives us another target off of Alistair, right? And or we could go for Fusion Reserve. We have a Fusion Reserve, So that could search Neos, that can search Alistair. And if we... Maybe if we sub out one Versago, we can actually Fusion Reserve. Thinking. We put one here. How good is Fusion Reserve, though? Not really, right? It just searches. Just gives us another copy of Alistair. I guess the win condition is Alistair, right? Like, we kind of want... We need Alistair. If we don't see Alistair, we kind of lose. The Versago kind of subs out for that. We'll try it like this. And like, again, that I feel like that's the deck. There's so many like cool tools you could do in theory. There's so many routes you can take. But at the end of the day, we're gonna see an opening hand of Elemental Hero Neos, Chalice, Volcanic Shell, and Burstinatrix, right? And we're gonna go first. And we're going to be like, why in the hell am I running this engine, and why am I not running something else? This deck can break so hard, but it's so cool in theory. I don't think this deck is exceptionally top tier. I think the best rendition of the deck was the one I was running yesterday with the memory loss and the Morbus Synertrix. We do have the Hallowed Life and Volcanic Shell here, so that's pretty cool. We always work with Neos. I feel like I always draw Neos, dude. Whenever I run the Neos engine, I always draw Neos, and my draw is always Neos Fusion. And then I'm like, okay, thanks, I guess. The worst is when you draw Neos Fusion, and the other Neos Fusion, and you're like, thanks. I don't have any board presence. But I guess that's the cost of playing such an efficient engine, right? I was messing around with the Lightsworn engine to sub out for Neos, but the thing is, like, the Neos Fusion with the Necros Fusion is so good, dude. You guaranteed pitch the Versago and the Neos, and then you always have Dark Cavalry set up for the next turn. You just have to hard draw into it. You could theoretically run more Neos fusions, but yeah. If only Dragon Keeper of Magic was off the ban list, you could actually search all of the. You can search like the Evil Fusion. You can search the Neos Fusion. Okay. So here we just Hallowed Life. There's no reason to put more presence on the board than we need to, right? We'll we'll put a Hallowed Life barrier here. If that was exactly Cosmic Cyclone or MST, like on end phase, we were fucked. But we're looking pretty good. We're gonna pitch a Volcanic Shell here, regardless of what this guy does, which can be very good. We'll be able to guarantee mill our deck by one card, unless we draw exactly Volcanic Shell, in which we probably scoop. And that's the deck, right? You like you run so many engines, of course you're going to see bricks. Alright, so we Hallowed Life barrier here, stall as long as possible. Also, can I just say, the audacity of this hero player having everything in attack position. What if this was Drowning Mirror Force, right? Like, should I just play Drowning Mirror Force in the ladder because people just play into it? Like, have a little bit more sense of, like, worry, right? Like, if that's Drowning Mirror Force, you just lose the game. Like, what's your set card? Another Drowning Mirror Force? Like, your own Drowning Mirror Force? Like, I don't know. We're going to, luckily we draw into Alistair here, so we can actually go for a little Invoked shenanigans. And we have the Necros Fusion to follow up and or normal summon Alistair next turn, so that's pretty good. We will normal summon here. As long as this is not Chalice or Fiendish Chain, we're looking pretty alright. And if it is Fiendish Chain and or Chalice, we do have the Necros Fusion once Alistair dies. Yeah, let's go for the Invocation here. Unfortunately, these shells, we can't really use anything with them unless we have a... Thinking... Nah, we want to go for a Purga here. Theoretically, we could also go for a Neos and just draw Neos Fusion, but then, like, what's the point of Neos Fusion when you draw it? And you also would lose your Alistair. I have no idea what this is. Is this Karma Cut? He has a discard. Why is Hero DK playing Karma Cut? Book of Moon? There's a Book of Moon, then we, this is slower attack and defense. Fuck, this lowers defense too. But that's okay. We have the Necro Fusion next turn. If he does lower our attack and defense, we are pretty good. Well, let's go. Let's get rid of... Is there anything that pressing? Is this increase? This doesn't lower my damage. Just in case, we'll attack into the... I'm gonna attack into this because if this is Chalice and he just boosts his own attack, like, we just lose. Form change. Ooh, he's gonna go into Blast. Or no, he's going to go into... that one. Do we still have Lethal here? What can he banish? So you banish Stratos for 18. I think I'm going to go for it here, not because of Lethal, but because we have Necros Fusion, and I want my Necros Fusion to be alive next turn. Just so we can, because I know this Purgatrio is going to die. It's fine. Let's just clear off this Malicious. Clear off this Ferris. Probably, maybe not the best idea to put Malicious in the graveyard, now that I'm thinking about it. But I was too lazy to do the math. I was scared that if we attacked with Stratos, we would have... into Stratos. Or sorry, we attacked into... Oh, that's super fine. Yeah, get your advantage, I don't care. That's Omega 5. That is not lethal, my friend. We have Necro Fusion. So we're going to Purgatrio here. 2 monsters. Boom. Alright, unfortunately, we have a dead invocation. Right. Oh no, we have Brigneos. So the thing is, we do not have any more Purgatrios left in the deck. Right? Yeah, we don't. We don't have any more Purgatrios left in the deck. So, we're going to Invo off here. Go into Neos. And what's the play here? I think we set Volcanic Shell. Just in case something happens. I wish this shell was a Versago. If this was a Versago, we could have made Cavalry, and then we would have been fine against the Koga. Let's see. He will lower anything by 1600. Is this any hero? Yeah, 1600. I'll be at 1000. I think we bait him using it on the Purgatrio. We lose the Purgatrio here, and then we get the search off Neos Fusion just to try to get another copy of Dark Fusion. Or another copy of Necro Fusion. So he's going to allow it. That's fine. This is hard. Without the field spell and or Alistair, we can't get over big funguses like Koga. Going to add a hero to his hand. He's probably going to attack into Koga for 11. Oh, we guaranteed lose here because you yeah, we lose. Unfortunate, because the reason for that is you Koga on you attack with Koga on any monster, and then Stratos can use the effect of Koga to lower anything else. So we just guaranteed lose by the fact that he had an almost on. Very unfortunate. I wish though I feel like we're getting close to figure out what the best build. I feel like this deck there's a lot of things this deck can do. There's a lot of things it can't do. I'm not sure if I said this already. I probably did. That's all I've been thinking about when playing this deck. It's very cool when it works, and it's very iffy when it doesn't. Just because of the fact you're running so many vanillas, you're running Neos, you're running like Volcanic Shells. Like Volcanic Shell's not a vanilla, but like opening 2 of them. Maybe the original build that I did would be better. I definitely said that. Um, like I keep looking at my deck, and I think if it wasn't for the format, I would be fine because I'm forced to run like weird cards like Chalice, which don't do anything for my deck, but I'm forced to run it because like and Hollow Life Barrier. Like I'm forced to run these weird cards because of the fact like Levineer's in the format because there's like OTK decks. It's very weird. Also we draw Elemental Hero Neos. Thank you for that, I guess, sir. Um, we're going to Supreme's Castle here just to put it out. I'm not sure when the next time we'll find a field spell, but here we go. We have it. We're going to Neos Fusion here. We're going to pitch our Volcanic Shell, the one that's in our deck, but not the one in our hand. Unfortunately, we drew into Versago. But that's okay because we can actually utilize this Versago offensively. Did I actually pick accidentally pitch Versago? We go into Volcanic Shell and we go into this here. Neos time. We are 27 off of this, so we actually don't. Ooh, that's going to steal the monster. I think we lose. Oh. We get over this now. Fun fact. I mean, pretty good in theory, right? Like, you just yoinked my monster, and I was actually super scared of that card when it released. But, as long as this is uninterrupted, Versago Beatdown shall prevail, ladies and gentlemen. Versago Beatdown trumps all. So here's the thing. We can either dump Malicious Fiend here, or we can dump and then we beat it, or we dump it and crash. I think we beat it because I think he gets Neos, Brave Neos. He special summons it from my graveyard if I'm reading the effect of Magma Slash correctly. Or you can from your graveyard. Okay. You know what? Just to keep board presence, I'm going to pitch the Malicious Fiend here. Probably not the best idea because we can't fuse with it later. But because you want to pitch Inferno Wing so then you can have the option to go into Malicious Fiend. But I just want to keep my Versago on board. It's the battle phase. We're Versago beat down, ladies and gentlemen. We have another one here. So it actually paid off. We're going to pitch our Inferno Wing. Just clearing. Oh god. We don't have. We have Purgatrio. Yeah, this Versago has done its job. Time to go into Purgatrio, untargetable. Let's pitch the shell because we can almost summon the Burstinatrix. And if this is exactly Drowning Mirror Force, we cry. But if it is not, we have lethal. Let's go. Let's play the slot machine. Lottery time. Maybe I should have attacked with Burstinatrix first. Okay. We'll do one more. Oh my god, this deck is such a meme, dude. Especially this variant, the Volcanic Shell variant, it just so weird. Isn't that the one that, yeah, that boosts for each one. That gives everything a Elemental Hero Iskuri Dao effect and or Master of Koga. Or Goka. So we'll do one more. This is I don't know what to say. I feel like we did not deserve to win that one. Oh my god. We opened so weird. Like we made Neos. Neos went through. He stole Neos, which is so good in theory, except for the fact that I had exactly Versago, which is something that you can't even predict. I think you just wait for me to go to the battle phase, and then you steal Versago. If you steal Versago, no, you don't steal Versago. You let me go to the battle phase. If he just didn't do anything with the Fang, he would have been fine because I couldn't get over a 2800 monster. I think I would have put Neos in defenses, and then I would have been shaken in my boots. This matchup is so frustrating, because this card right here, Cybernetic Overflow, it's a modern Yu-Gi-Oh card. And you know what modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards do? They non-target removal. And you know what this deck is designed to do? Be targeting removal, and it crumbles to any non-targeting removal because Dark Cavalry and Dark Fusion can't protect each other with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, here I think we reveal the Neos Fusion, and then we go into the thingy. We're going to Neos Fusion off into a Volcanic Shell. We'll go to Volcanic Shell. We'll pitch the Neos and we'll pitch the Shell. That way we'll have fodder for the Hallowed Life Barrier, which is so important in this matchup. This is the reason why we're running Hallowed Life Barrier. Hello, sir. Thank you. We'll pitch for the Hallowed Life right now. Or for the Volcanic Shell. We'll burn ourselves. Not the only duelist that knows how to burn themselves. I feel like I should be toggle off. I'm revealing that I have a Chalice and or Alistair to him. And then we're going to normal summon the Versago. Do we want to search Neos Fusion here, or do we want to mill Malicious Fiend? Or Malicious Inferno Wing? Do we want to mill? If we mill, that is 25, 25, 21 damage. That is lethal if he doesn't have a Disruption. I'll do it. We'll pitch Uno copy of Hallowed Life. Because we could theoretically pitch Alistair. Do we want to? Do we want to? Do we want to lethal? I mean, we don't need it, right? Because I don't want to lose Hollow Life Barrier. Because this one I know gonna make Rampage. Let's just go. Let's go, fellas. Versago is going to punch in for some damage. I gave him so much time to read this thing, by the way. So he should know what this card does by now, because I took a half an hour to make a play. Like, all I did was make Neo summon Versago. Let's castle here. We'll pitch our Inferno Wing. That way we can have a Malicious Fiend live. And let's go in for the lethal. Does he have it? Do we have it? Is this a hand trap? Is this a hand trap, sir? Is this drowning? Sir, I'm asking you, is this drowning? What? Oh my god, really? Come on. I mean, I guess it's Cyber Dragons. They don't really have much things. But I was watching a video. I was watching the Grand. No, it wasn't even Grands. It was like round 3. Back when like Hero Star was like booming. It was like, that's like a week ago, right? But I saw on Duel Links Entertainment, I saw Hero Flash versus Cyber Dragon, and this Cyber Dragon player had like a Drowning Mirror Force. I'll do one more. This Cyber Dragon player had Drowning Mirror Force. They had Canadia, I think. They had Fiendish Chain. I was like, are you just playing Cyber Dragon Control? Like, is that an archetype? Like, is that a subcategory of Cyber Dragon that I have to worry about now? Usually, when you swing into a Cyber Dragon, as long as you're protected from Cybernetic Overflow, you should be fine. But, yeah. Also, he did not read the field spell, because if he read the field spell, he would have Cybernetic Overflowed and destroyed my Versago, and then he would have guaranteed not died there. But, new deck, so we take deck wins that we shouldn't have otherwise, such as against the Vet player and or that Cyber Dragon player. Satellar Knight, and we let them go first. So because they go first, they're going to most likely see their Satellar Knight Nova, which is a counter trap. So good. You activate it and you tribute or destroy. I forget if you tribute or destroy, but you send your Satellar Knight to the graveyard and you negate the activation of a monster or spell or trap, destroy it, and then you draw a card, which could be very good. We draw into Invocation. We have 2 shells. This is the worst day ever, folks. I don't know what to tell you. I think we set here, just in case it's a Karma Cut. We set a Karma Cut, and then we Invocation. Ooh, actually, do we make Caliga? Do we stall and make Caliga? Because, like, you only have one effect per turn. And I'm not actually activating an effect. I guess I'm summoning the monster. So I do plan to Stellar Knight Nova here. But I think I'm going to make Caliga. Because if he gets any Stellar Knight summon, he will, that's his only summon for the turn. Is this a Nova? It is not Nova. And we will have the Alistair in the hand to, body block. In case we want to do that. But this just guarantees that we not die. That's our favorite phrase with this deck. We gotta not die. So we're in no rush to make Purgatrio. On Purgatrio, we have ways to make Purgatrio. We have 2 copies of Necrofusion. We have Dark Fusion later. Skybridge, okay. That is fine. That is going to be your 1 activation, but you only have 1 activation, so you're going to. Is this can be anything? So you're going to mill. Ooh, he outs it. You pitch the thing you just sent. Yeah, you pitch the Neb, and then he has a Altair in hand, right? Like that's known information. You added Vega to your hand, so I guess you have Vega and you normal summon another thing. Because as long as you get 4 mats here, you can actually maybe I should have made Purgatrio just to get damage off. Vega, there's summon. Though, actually, you can't pop me. Which is very good news. You can't pop me. If you summon with Vega, you cannot Delta Rose. Okay. You're going to go into... I think we let Caliga die. We let Caliga die because then we make Purgatrio. And Purgatrio could, Purgatrio can punch into this Deltaros, and it can punch into anything that Deltaros special summons. It's a can effect, so if he wants to play smart, he doesn't need to do that, but I think this is our best option. Because if we pitch Alistair here, we're just left with 2 Shrells in hand doing nothing. Drawing the Vercingetorix, though. Ugh. So we go for Invo here. We Invo off a shell to search another shell. If I could fix this skill, like this skill's so good, but it's so not good as well. It should really work off of Invocation. I get why it doesn't. But at the very least, it should work off of Dark Calling. It's absolutely unexcusable that Dark Calling does not proc off of it because it's supposed to be treated as a Dark Fusion. Is this counter trap? This is the counter trap. You can always not do the thingy. I think we play patient here. We play to not die. Like we could go aggressively and just Alistair boost, but if this is a counter trap, I don't want to give him an opportunity to tribute out. And he is going to special summon, so maybe we should have, because he's just going to play into it regardless. I'm going to search the Neb. That's 1200 damage. 22, 30. Okay, so it would have been we would have been left with 600 life points, even if I did pitch on the attack. So I'm fine with that. So this is actually a smart play by him because he gets the search. He doesn't die. What did he search off of it? He searched a Nukalai. Interesting. Altair. Altair is going to search the special summoner. It's going to search the Neb. Oh, I guess you have another copy of what's on this? So Tellarknights were so cool. I actually wanted to make this deck, but I think this card is so good consistency-wise, but I think it makes their gameplay so boring now, dude. They just always make this card, and then they always make Deltaros. They don't have any like toolbox shenanigans. I like the fact that this card makes everything dark. That's actually very cute. But they just I guess I can't be talking right. I'm making Purgatrio every turn, but I don't know. Like it's such a good card for them. I'm glad that the deck can has that play. But like you just run triple copy of both, right? And then like I guess you make like you have one copy of Malevolent Sin and or like one copy of Gaga Cowboy to for 400. Actually, you wouldn't run Cowboy. You would run like Malevolent Sin or Abyss Dweller or Roach. I don't know. So I guess it's cool that they have like a quick rank up option. Yeah, they're just gonna make that. They're going to get the pop. That is fine. I don't know why you were thinking so hard about that. Like I was able to decipher that play like in 2 seconds. I don't have any back row. I guess I have 4 cards in hand. They could be Kiteroids, you know. It could be Sphere Karibo. But yeah, get your pop. If this is definitely the invocation. I think for the one time in our lives, for the one time in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh, we want a hard draw invocation here. Because if we normal summon Alistair, we're going to get Satella Knight. No good. We can draw Neos Fusion, we can draw Buddy Force! Okay, buddy. Exert your force with your team that is exceptionally super. Yeah. I guess that works, right? That's a good tech. Because you get summons and you can summon, but like, oh my god, I was playing around Nova the entire time, and it just wasn't Nova. I think I could have made different plays if I knew that wasn't Nova. Oh well. That's going to be it for today. I don't know which deck I like more. I don't know if I like the old build. I don't know if I like this build. I'll keep tinkering with it. Again, we're just posting Evil Hero content. This is Evil Hero stand account, not really. This is a new deck, and I want to try to punch in and deal the most. Try to find the best build for this deck because I feel like there's a lot of potential. A lot of people just are shoehorning into the consistency skill, and I think there's a lot of potential for this field spell. I just haven't cracked the code yet. But anyways, that'll be it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.